Alright. Stepping outside wasn't such a bad idea after all. Look at us, getting our dose of vitamin D and what did he call it? Grounding? Touching grass? They say it's supposed to be good for you. So, where should we set up? By the pond, where the ducks rule the roost? Or under the big old tree? Looks like it's seen a few picnics in this time. I'm leaning towards the tree. Seems like a solid choice. What do you think? The tree it is. Good call. It's got character, shade, and hopefully less of a bird squad looking to join us for lunch. There we go. Our own little spot in the midst of all this. It's nice, isn't it? Being out here with you makes all the usual noise just fade away. Even if it's just for a little while. It feels like a proper escape. Here's to making the most of today, to sharing laughs, and maybe dodging a curious duck or two. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's the simple things with you that make all the difference. Alright, let's see what treasures we've packed. Ah, behold, a sandwich. A culinary masterpiece. You know, just your favorite. And luckily, one I can't mess up with too badly. It's all about the presentation, right? And what's this? Your lemonade. I've always admired how you manage to get the perfect balance of sweet and tart. It's like a magic trick. One that I'm still trying to figure out. My attempts usually end up more and more experimental. There we are. Our little spread, complete with all the essentials for perfect park day. You've really thought of everything. It's impressive, though not surprising. You always have a knack for making any place feel like home. Sitting here with you, it's easy to forget we're in the middle of the city. It's like we have found our own little bubble. Well, until a curious duck decides to crash our picnic. But until then, it's just us and the great outdoors. You know, I was a bit skeptical about the whole picnic in the park idea at first. But now I get it. It is not just about the food or the setting. It is about sharing the moment with you. Even if I'm still convinced these sandwiches could use a sprinkle of culinary genius. Or at least some extra sauce. Hey, you know, I've always found people watching to be a fascinating pastime. Like that couple over there trying to get the kite to fly. It's a battle of wits between man and nylon. I bet the kite's winning. And the ducks? Majestic creatures, rulers of the pond. Do you think they hold council meetings about park affairs? Order, order, in the pond. Today's agenda, the distribution of breadcrumbs. It is the only explanation for the organized chaos. And there's the ice cream vendor, a beacon of hope for every child. And well, adults like us who pretend we're here for the sophisticated charm of nature, but really wouldn't say no to a comb of cookie dough shall we? But no, we are here to commune with nature, to bask in the tranquility of the outdoors. Ice cream can wait. There's something genuinely peaceful about just sitting here with you, watching the world go by. It's the kind of luxury you don't realize you miss until you take a moment to just be. Still, it's hard to ignore the siren call of that ice cream. Maybe communing with nature includes a little taste of human ingenuity in the form of dessert. What do you say, partner in crime? Shall we indulge? For the sake of appreciating all aspects of the park, of course. Here we are, at the pinnacle of our park expedition, the unveiling of the sandwiches. I like to think of this as a crucial moment, akin to a grand ceremony. Let's see if our culinary skills have led us to victory, or if we're in the realm of it's the thought that counts. Success! I believe we've outdone ourselves. This sandwich could very well be our legacy. Imagine it. Quaint little shop, our faces on the sign, luring in the masses with the promise of the world's most delightful picnic fare. Becoming viral on YouTube. And then, your masterpiece, the lemonade. It's like drinking sunshine, if sunshine had a flavor. The perfect balance of sweet and tart. It's moments like these, simple yet perfect, that I wouldn't trade for anything. Whoa. What's next for us? A leisurely stroll to help us digest this feast? Or maybe just laying back and cloud gazing? There's something about finding shapes in the clouds that's endlessly entertaining. Or we could venture forth in search of that ice cream vendor. But there's no need to rush. There's something special about just being here, together, soaking in the day. It's these moments, the simple pleasures, that make everything worthwhile. You know, as we sit here, watching the day take a bow, I can't help but think about the serious business of today, like our diplomatic negotiations with the local wildlife. Who knew ducks could be such critics in human cuisine? It's these moments, isn't it? Finding joy in the absurdity of feeding royalty, also known as ducks. It's the simplicity of today that I love. Sharing laughs over the smallest things, like a great sandwich debate. To crust or not to crust? That was the question. And as the sun decides to put on its nightly show, turning the sky into an art piece, I'm reminded of our own attempts at artistry. Remember our sandcastle building fiasco last summer? I still say ours was a modernist masterpiece, despite its structural challenges. Days like today, they're like a gentle reminder, aren't they? That happiness does not need to be complex. A laugh shared over a duck's standoffish behavior, the serene defeat by a kite, or the simple victory of a well-enjoyed lemonade. It's the most beautifully ridiculous moments with you that I cherish the most. But as the sun dips lower, signaling the end of our picnic date, I find myself already looking forward to our next time of touching grass. What Will it be a trip to the local flea market? Shopping at the mall? Netflix and chill? Thank you very much for tuning in to my first non-Subby BF Mommy GF script.